Well, hello, everybody. Um, Once again, welcome to the I'm an expert at nothing but myself podcast. And I went missing for a few days. I didn't drop the episode on Thursday. And there's a story behind it. There's always a story with me. There's a story behind it. So, my guest, right? Not today's guest, previous guest, who's supposed to be my guest, is busy world hopping. She's busy jumping around on flights, catching planes and not feelings. She's had recently sent me a message and said, "Hey, I'm in Dubai and I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow. Let's see if we can record." And then she didn't get back to me. I'm not touched, just in case she's listening. I'm not touched. And then the following day, then she sent another message saying, "Oh wait, I'm in Thailand." I was like, I was like, damn, give me that money. But nonetheless, knowing myself, I was like, okay, cool. Let's go back to the drawing board. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So then I came up with something. I cooked something within the very last minute. And this week's guest is a phenomenal human being who I met in Grahamstown, well, now officially known as Makanda. And such a warm soul. And I immediately thought around this topic, oh, who can I actually go speak to? At first, I thought, okay, maybe I can interview Carla. Well, if you've listened to episode 4, you know who Carla is. And I was like, nah, that doesn't give other people an opportunity, to be on my platform. So I immediately thought, who do I know who has dated outside their race? So I was like, So this week's guest, Erryn Green. Well, just listen to the rest of the podcast so you can get to know her. It's a fantastic human being. And let's get into it. Well, yeah. Hey, Erryn.
Hey, Kgothi.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. I think, let's just get into it. Could you maybe
So,
tell us about yourself?
cool. I'm Erryn. I'm 27. I'm currently living in Cape Town. I work as a Pilates instructor and personal trainer. I finished my master's at Rhodes. I've been at Rhodes. Yes. Well, it's not actually official. I haven't actually heard from my examiners. But yeah, I handed in my master's thesis a few months back. I studied human kinetics and ergonomics. So yeah, really into fitness and health and ergonomics. I've been at Rhodes, but I moved to Cape Town in Jan. And yeah, I don't know what else you want me to share.
No, I think that's good enough. Wait, how did we meet?
Didn't we meet through Carla?
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, it was through
Yes.
Carla. It was through Carla. It was the Open, right?
Yes, at CrossFit, yeah.
Yeah, it was a CrossFit. Yeah, that's how we met. I remember. And then we were potentially gonna double date. Remember?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, that felt like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, I remember because both you and Carla were in interracial relationships.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I want to ask, when did you start realizing that you are attracted to men outside your race?
So, my attraction towards a person isn't based on race.
Okay.
So, what person that they are. So, I've always been attracted to all races. So, it's not really about race. And honestly, I actually get annoyed when sometimes people have asked me oh, do you have a thing for black men? Or,
Yeah.
I get annoyed because I'm just because I've my two boyfriends. Okay, I've had two boyfriends. I've only had like two serious boyfriends, and they both happen to be black.
Okay.
I always like got annoyed because I'm like, just because like the two guys I've happened to date have been black, it doesn't mean now I'm only into black men or
Yeah.
I'm into all races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But like, don't you think like there's, like there's a certain kind of like because I'll admit, because
Yeah.
I I have a track record full of white women.
Okay.
And to a certain extent, I could argue that I think what attracted me to that is like a cultural difference.
Mm.
Um, is there nothing like underneath?
Um. So, not really. I mean, okay, this sounds really bad, but sometimes I don't find attractive like the white skin. Sometimes if it's like pink, I can go pink as well. So it's like it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but
Yeah,
like I don't really find that attractive. So I do think darker skin like is really beautiful.
yeah.
So yeah, but yeah.
Okay, okay. And like, did you find yourself having any hesitations when maybe let's go back to like your first like serious boyfriend?
No, so to be honest, I think I was more naive, like going into it. I didn't really have any hesitations. I mean, I was a little bit nervous about what I knew my immediate family, like my mom, my stepdad, my brother, my step siblings, like I knew they would be like really chilled with it. But I was like a little bit nervous about the wider community because I live on a farm
Yeah.
in the Cape, on the border of Lesotho, but so a lot of the people in the area are white, some of them are Afrikaans,
Yeah.
conservative,
Yeah.
racist. So I was a little bit nervous about like bringing a black boyfriend home into this community,
Yeah.
and also like some of my older generation family, like my gran, and I don't know what some of my aunts and uncles were gonna feel or how they would react. So I was like a little bit nervous about that, but I actually think I was more naive going into it. I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it actually was. Yeah.
Wait, you said it was hard. What came out of it?
Yeah, so just generally like I thought, walking around like Grahamstown or Makanda now, I didn't really think that people would stare as much, but I definitely found that sometimes like if we held hands, people would look. And I even remember the one time being at a bar and we were sitting there and we were holding hands and this white dude, this old man came up to me and like asked me if I was okay. And I was like, fine. I'm smiling. I'm having a good time. So yeah, it was definitely harder than I was expecting. And also like, yo, when he met my gran,
Yeah.
that was rough.
Yo.
I thought that I mean, I knew it was going to be hard, but I thought she would at least like meet him and acknowledge his existence. But she struggled to look him in the eyes.
Are you
She
serious?
like, yeah, she didn't
Yo.
even like look him in the eyes, and she hardly even greeted him. So that was like a huge like blow for me. I was actually really disappointed in my gran, and yeah, it was actually really hectic. And also for him, he felt. It was, I think, one of the things that ended our relationship in the end, because he was like, this is too much. I mean, your own gran can't even acknowledge me and
Yeah.
doesn't expect me. So yeah, that was really challenging. But then like going forward into the next relationship, my family was like really protective and I was really protective. So he didn't even meet my gran. Didn't meet a lot of my family, who showed in the first relationship that they weren't supportive. So true colors came out.
Yeah.
That's one thing for sure. True colors came out to my family and like close friends, and you really see who's racist.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
I also take it like how you relate to them and how I don't know, may your relationship with them has probably like been damaged or
Yeah,
changed or whatever.
definitely. I
Yeah.
won't lie, it definitely has changed things a lot for me.
Sure.
Mm.
I remember in high school, I dated this one girl, white, and her parents
Yeah.
her parents took her out the school.
No.
100% they took her out the school.
Yo,
That was very traumatizing. But then I kind of like just
yeah,
got used to it. So a lot of the times, like I'm not even phased. Because I was in my kind like just a few days ago, and
mm,
we were watching, what was it? Springboks versus England. It was that match,
yeah,
and so Carl and I had already broken up, right?
yeah,
So like I was out at Rat, and this girl was trying to pull me, white girl. So she's on the
yeah.
chase, she's on the chase, she's on the chase. And this white guy comes, he's like, is everything okay here? I was like, are you kidding me?
Cause, yo,
But like I've kind of like gotten used to it. It doesn't affect me anymore.
mm,
But I
yeah,
can I can imagine like how your ex partners felt, because like for the first time you feel it.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was pretty rough. I won't lie. That first relationship, my eyes were definitely opened a lot, um, to how much work like our country like still has to do. It's quite an eye opener.
Yeah. But nonetheless, it
Mm.
won't stop me.
Yeah, it's quite an eye opener.
Yeah. But nonetheless, it
Mm.
won't stop me. Um, so okay, fine. Then that means you haven't dated like your own race, right?
So, I mean, not seriously. I have dated like white guys, but it never has led to us like making it official and
Or
like,
like yeah, like
yeah,
maybe like just a talking stage, and then it's just like
yeah.
yeah.
So there's something I have realized, and I find it quite interesting, is that like the ratio of like white men that like hit on me and like go for me compared to the ratio of black men is very different. And a lot of white men, I think, aren't as attracted to me because of like my body type. So like if you don't know
Ah.
me, yeah. So I mean, a white man has actually told me once that I was too fat for him because I'm not a small girl. I'm curvy. I like to call myself slim thick.
Slipping.
So like white guys, I don't think white guys are as attracted to me because white men prefer thin, petite, small girl. I'm not petite. So I think
Ah.
that has also like affected like just the men I've dated
Yeah.
because yeah, I think that has also like had a role in like the type of the men I've dated.
So what I'm hearing is like there's a lot of like I don't know. Let me call it body shaming. And
Yeah, no,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, like I said, a white dude literally said that I was too fat for him to date me. And like I often get like the other day at the gym, recently,
Yeah.
a few months ago, I'm at the gym and like I'm really friendly, so
Yeah,
I met
yeah,
like a lot of
yeah.
friends,
Yeah, she is very
and
friendly.
this one guy was like chatting to me, and he was like, are you trying to lose weight at the moment?
What
And I
the?
was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't mind losing like a few kilos. I was fine with conversation as well. I was like, I wouldn't mind you losing a few kilos casually. And he was like, a few. He's like, he literally said, you need to lose more than 5.
What the?
Yeah, he said to me, you should lose more than 5 kilos. And I was really shocked. I was like, what? So, yeah, I think white men definitely think I'm big.
What? I don't know. I disagree. Like, because obviously you have a health and fitness page, and
Yes,
I'm really like just impressed by, the work that you do, and
thank you.
your, I don't know, like your body shape and everything. Um, yeah, yeah, that messes with me a lot.
Yeah, it's really interesting. But I think in the white culture, like I said, it's the white men, they like thin women, and I'm just not thin. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's bizarre. And were there like
yeah.
any expectations when you started dating black men? Or yeah.
Not really, to be honest. Like, no expectations in terms of like race and culture. I mean, obviously expectations from like a dating perspective, but nothing from a race and culture perspective.
Huh. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
that makes that makes sense. I want to ask you about kids and children and whatever. Are you open to that?
Yeah, no, I'm open to that.
You want children? You want a family?
So yeah, I would love a family, but I'm
Yeah.
not like 100% set in stone on it because I mean, obviously, there's so much. I really want to be in a good place financially,
Yeah.
and like also just mentally, it's a huge thing bringing a kid into this world. And if the person I end up being with like doesn't want a kid, it won't be a deal breaker for me, because there are like there are other things that you can do, and I mean, yeah. So I would like kids, but I'm not like 100%. I have to have children. Yeah.
Okay, let's okay. In let's just assume that you end up with a black man, or I don't know,
Yeah.
or another man of color.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that it's important for your children to know both sides of their culture? Or
Yes,
okay,
100%.
100%,
So
yeah.
when I was in my previous relationships, like I made a lot of effort to learn like the language of their culture,
Yeah.
and their like just general culture norms and expectations. And I even like went for extra lessons, and because I just really think, if let's just say I go over to his house and he's Xhosa, if his family are sitting around the table speaking Xhosa, I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I'm white, I need to speak English. Like,
Yeah.
no, I want to be able to, like, assimilate, if that's the correct word, like, into their culture and, like,
Yeah.
speak the language stuff. So I took that really seriously, like, learning the language of the culture. And if we had kids, it would be very important that they would speak both languages. And
100%,
yeah,
yeah.
it'd be important for them to be exposed to both sides.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was like curious, like obviously like you are a white woman. How
Mm.
much do you know about like colorism?
Colorism, not a lot, to be honest.
Yeah,
What
cause
is that?
yeah,
Like what?
cause what tends to happen like obviously okay, listen, there's race and then like just below race or maybe on the same level, whatever. Just below race, then there's colorism within us as black people. If you're like lighter, you have more advantages. What do they call it again? Light skin privileges. Um,
Oh,
yeah, light
yes.
skin privileges. Because obviously, like if you're light skin, you're the closest. You're the closest tone to
Yeah,
being white. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, and I was just like curious because sometimes like genes can be so strong that
yes.
one of your kids like comes out you know darker than what you expected, and
That's cool. I mean, I'd be jealous. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty chilled about that, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, not you as like Aaron, like your family and stuff like that. Like how would you navigate dealing with that? Because I'm pretty sure like, you get people who obviously going to
Mhm.
comment and be like, "Ooh, why is that one darker than the other?"
Yeah. I mean, look, honestly, if people like have comments like that, they can fuck right off, and then they don't deserve it. Like my family, my home, like if people say stuff like that, I don't have time for that. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Ach
yeah.
man. But like yeah, thanks. I think we covered it all. Is there like anything that you would like to add?
Um, no, not really. I
Yeah.
think.
I don't know, did you enjoy this conversation?
Yes, I did. I did. Thank you so much for having me.
100%. Thank you for accepting this. Like when I approached you, I was like, oh, is this gonna? I'm like, ah, man, just shoot your shot and see what happens.
Yeah, no, I'm really open to it. I mean, a lot of people, and I think a lot of people have wanted to ask me like some of these questions, but people kind of feel shy, or so it's definitely something I've like wanted to speak about and like share my experience. Um, yeah, so I appreciate you providing the platform.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe next time I can have both you and Carla on it.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed episode 5. I really enjoyed recording it and speaking to Erryn. And I think around this topic I can still do more. So it's not done. I would like to call it a draft. So there's still more. There's still more coming. And if you know me very well, like, trust me when I say there's still more coming. And until next time, folks, enjoy yourselves. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave a comment, and enjoy your weekend. All right, folks. Cheers.